At first, they seem perfect, charming, attentive, almost too good to be true. But then, something shifts. The person who once made you feel special now makes you question yourself. The love that once felt so deep now feels like control. The person who once lifted you up is now the reason you feel drained, broken, and lost. This is the narcissist trap. And if you don't see it coming, it will destroy you. Narcissists don't just break hearts, they break minds, they manipulate, gaslight, and drain you until you don't even recognize yourself. But here's the truth, it's not love. It never was. So how do you see through the illusion? How do you recognize the red flags before it's too late? And most importantly, how do you escape and make sure you never fall for one again? In this video, we're exposing why narcissists make the worst partners, the toxic patterns they all follow, and how to protect yourself from their manipulation. Because the best way to survive a narcissist is to never fall for one in the first place. Let's begin. The narcissist relationship cycle, how they trap their partners. Every narcissistic relationship follows the same cycle. It doesn't matter who they're with, the pattern never changes. At first, they make you feel like the most special person in the world, but by the end, you're drained, broken, and questioning your own reality. This isn't love. It's a calculated game. Here's how the cycle works. 1. The love bombing phase, you're my soulmate. Narcissists come on strong. They overwhelm you with attention, affection, and grand gestures. They mirror your desires, making you believe you found the perfect partner. Reality, it's not love. It's manipulation. They're studying you, learning what makes you tick, so they can later use it against you. The devaluation phase, why are you so sensitive? Once they know they've hooked you, everything changes. They become distant, critical, and unpredictable. They gaslight you, make you question yourself, and slowly chip away at your confidence. Reality, they want to make you feel like you're the problem, so you'll work harder to please them. The discard phase, I never loved you anyway. When they're done using you, they throw you away like you never mattered. Sometimes they move on immediately, rubbing it in your face. Other times they disappear only to return later just to see if they still have control over you. Reality, this isn't a breakup, it's a power move. They want to see if they can still manipulate you. And if you let them back in, the cycle repeats. Over and over. The only way to win this game? Don't play. Because narcissists don't change, they just find new victims. Next, let's talk about the illusion of love, why narcissists seem perfect at first, and how they use charm to manipulate their partners. The illusion of love, why narcissists seem perfect at first. At first, they seem like everything you ever wanted. The way they look at you, the words they say, the way they make you feel like you're the only person in the world. It feels like fate, like you finally met your soulmate. But it's not love, it's a trap. Narcissists don't fall in love. They create illusions. They overwhelm you with affection. Constant texting, grand romantic gestures, endless compliments. It's not because they love you, it's because they want to hook you. They mirror your desires to make you feel like they're the one. They make you feel special like no one else ever has. They tell you, I've never felt this way before, or you're different from anyone I've ever met, but these are just words they've used before. It's a script, carefully designed to make you emotionally dependent on them. They create an intense, addictive connection. At first, they flood you with attention, making you feel high on love. Then, they slowly start pulling away. That withdrawal makes you chase them, unknowingly falling deeper into their control. Flattery is their weapon. They build you up in the beginning, making you feel like the most amazing person they've ever met. But once you're attached, the compliments turn into subtle criticisms. The shift is intentional to make you doubt yourself and work harder for their approval. It's not love, it's manipulation. A narcissist's affection isn't real. It's a performance designed to control you, and once they know they've won you over, the real nightmare begins. Next, let's talk about control and manipulation, how narcissists slowly take over your life one step at a time. Control manipulation, how narcissists slowly take over your life. At first, it feels like love. They want to be close to you. They care about your every move. They say it's because they love you. But over time, you start to feel something else trapped. Narcissists don't take control all at once. That would be too obvious. Instead, they do it in stages, so you don't even realize it's happening. They start with isolation. Slowly, they make you spend more time with them and less with others. At first, it seems sweet, like they just want you all to themselves. Then they start planting doubts about the people in your life. They convince you that certain friends are toxic, that your family doesn't really understand you. Before you know it, you've drifted away from your support system. They create dependence. They offer to help with decisions, finances, daily choices. They frame it as support, but over time, you realize you're no longer making decisions on your own. The more you rely on them, the more power they have. They make you doubt yourself. They twist conversations, deny things they've said, make you feel like you're overreacting. One day, you're confident and independent. The next, you're questioning your own memory, your own instincts. They set the rules, what you wear, who you talk to, how you spend your time. It starts with little suggestions, but soon those suggestions turn into unspoken laws. The moment you push back, they accuse you of being ungrateful, of not appreciating everything they've done for you. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow, calculated process designed to break you down, piece by piece, until you're no longer the person you used to be. By the time you realize what's happening, it feels too late. You feel too weak, too dependent, too confused to leave. But that's exactly what they want. Because once a narcissist has control, they don't let go easily. Next, let's talk about emotional draining and gaslighting, how narcissists make you doubt yourself until you don't know what's real anymore. Emotional draining, gaslighting, how they make you doubt yourself. One day, you're confident, you trust your instincts, you know who you are. But after months or years with a narcissist, something changes. You second guess everything. You feel drained, you feel lost. This isn't an accident. It's by design. Narcissists don't just want control over your actions, they want control over your mind, and they do it through one of the most dangerous tactics, gaslighting. It starts small. They deny saying things you clearly remember. They insist you're overreacting. They tell you that you're being too sensitive, too dramatic, too emotional. And at first you push back. You know what you heard, you know what you saw, but over time, doubt creeps in. You start questioning yourself. Did I misunderstand? Am I making a big deal out of nothing? You stop bringing up concerns because you're tired of being told you're wrong. You begin to think maybe it really is your fault. This is exactly what they want. Once they plant doubt in your mind, they own the narrative. They rewrite history, twist reality, make you question your own sanity. And the more exhausted you become, the easier it is for them to manipulate you. You feel like you're walking on eggshells. You overthink every word, every reaction. You try harder to please them, to keep the peace, to avoid conflict. But no matter what you do, it's never enough. That's the cycle. A narcissist won't come out and say, I'm trying to break you. They'll do it slowly, methodically, making you believe you're the problem. But here's the truth, you're not crazy. You're not imagining it. They are gaslighting you to keep you under their control. And the longer you stay, the harder it becomes to break free. Next, let's talk about the root of it all, why narcissists can never truly love, and why their relationships always end in destruction. Lack of empathy, why they can never truly love. You gave them everything. Your love, your time, your patience, you forgave their mistakes, you fought for the relationship, you believed in them. But in the end, you felt empty, unseen, like none of it ever mattered. It didn't. Not to them. Because narcissists don't love in the way you do. They can't. They are incapable of real emotional connection. For love to exist, there has to be empathy, the ability to understand and care about another person's feelings. But narcissists lack empathy. They don't feel love, they feel possession. They see relationships as a transaction. What can you give them? How do you make them feel? How do you feed their ego? They don't care about your emotions, your dreams, or your pain. They only care about how well you play your role in their world. When you're useful to them, they pull you in. When you start needing something real intimacy, real connection, real respect, they pull away. That's why every relationship with a narcissist ends in exhaustion. You pour and pour, hoping to finally be seen. But they never give back because they don't have the capacity to. It's not that you weren't enough. It's not that you didn't try hard enough. It's that they never had love to give in the first place. They don't miss you when you leave. They miss what you provided, the attention, the admiration, the power. And the moment you're gone, they move on like nothing ever happened. Because for them, it didn't. Next, let's talk about the warning signs, how to spot a narcissist early before they trap you in their cycle. How to spot a narcissist early, the red flags most people ignore. In the beginning, they seem perfect, too perfect. They say all the right things. They make you feel like you've finally found something real. But if you look closer, the signs are there waiting to be seen. Narcissists don't reveal their true nature all at once. They hide behind charm, confidence, and calculated affection. But no matter how well they disguise themselves, they always leave clues. They love bomb you too quickly. At first, it feels intoxicating, the intense attention, the deep conversations, the way they seem obsessed with you. But real love takes time. If someone rushes the connection, it's not love, it's manipulation. They can't handle criticism. Even the smallest suggestion feels like an attack. They get defensive, twist your words, or make you feel guilty for speaking up. A healthy person listens. A narcissist punishes you for questioning them. They lack deep emotional connections. They have stories about their past relationships, but something feels off. They either claim their exes were crazy or avoid talking about emotions altogether. They don't show real vulnerability because they don't have it. They play mind games. One day they shower you with love. The next they're distant and cold. You feel like you've done something wrong, but you can't figure out what. That's the game to make you crave their approval and work harder for it. They are overly charming, but only when they need to be. They can be charismatic in public, yet cold behind closed doors. Their kindness is a performance, not a reflection of who they really are. They never take responsibility. If something goes wrong, it's never their fault. They blame others, twist reality, and make you feel like you're the problem. But deep down, you know the truth. These signs may seem small at first, but if you ignore them, they will grow into something impossible to escape. The best way to protect yourself: recognize the red flags early and walk away before they have the chance to trap you. Next, let's talk about breaking free, how to leave a narcissistic relationship safely and regain control of your life.
Breaking free, how to escape a narcissistic relationship safely.
You know something is wrong, you feel drained, trapped, and lost in a cycle that never ends. You think about leaving, but something holds you back. Fear, guilt. Hope that maybe, just maybe, they'll change. But they won't. And the longer you stay, the harder it becomes to leave. Breaking free from a narcissist isn't like ending a normal relationship. It's an escape. Narcissists don't just let go. They manipulate, guilt trip, and try to pull you back in. That's why you need a plan, because once you leave, you can never go back. Here's how to break free safely. First, accept the truth: they will never change. The person you fell for was an illusion, a mask they wore to pull you in. Once you see that, you take away their power. Stop explaining yourself. You don't owe them closure, an argument, or one last conversation. Every word you give them is another chance for manipulation. Cut off all contact. No texts, no calls, no checking in, block them everywhere. The moment you respond, they pull you back into their web. Have a strong support system. Talk to someone you trust, a friend, a therapist, anyone who can remind you why you left. Narcissists will rewrite history to make you doubt yourself. You need people who will remind you of the truth. Prepare for retaliation. The moment they realize they've lost control, they will try everything: guilt, anger, fake apologies, even new relationships to make you jealous. Expect it. Don't react. Their games only work if you play. Focus on rebuilding yourself. The damage they did runs deep. You've been conditioned to doubt yourself, to question your worth. Now, it's time to undo that. Rediscover who you were before them. Reclaim your strength. Most importantly, never go back. They will try to convince you that they've changed, that things will be different, that they miss you. But here's the truth: they don't miss you. They miss controlling you. The only way to truly break free: walk away and never look back. Next, let's talk about healing and protection, how to rebuild your self-worth and ensure you never fall into a narcissist trap again. Healing, protection, how to avoid narcissists in the future. You got out, you escaped the cycle. But now comes the hardest part: healing. Because after being with a narcissist, you don't just walk away. You carry the damage, the self-doubt, the broken confidence, the fear that maybe, just maybe, it was your fault. But here's the truth: it wasn't. And now it's time to take back your power. Healing starts with self-worth. Narcissists break you down, make you feel small, make you forget who you were before them. Now, you need to rebuild that person stronger than ever. Set boundaries that no one crosses. If someone disrespects you, manipulates you, or makes you question your reality, cut them off immediately. No second chances. Trust actions, not words. Narcissists are masters of saying the right things, but real people show who they are over time. Believe patterns, not promises. Take your time before letting people in. If someone rushes a connection, love bombs you, or makes you feel too good to be true, step back. Real love doesn't need to be forced. Never ignore red flags. If something feels off, it is. Listen to your gut. Your intuition is your greatest protection. And most importantly, never let someone else define your worth again. You are not broken. You are not weak. You survived. And now you rise. The best way to protect yourself from a narcissist: become the kind of person they can never manipulate again. So here's your challenge. Rebuild your confidence. You are worth more than what they made you believe. Set boundaries without guilt. No one has the right to cross them. Trust yourself again. Your instincts are there for a reason. Listen to them. If this video helped you, hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more insights on self-mastery, emotional healing, and breaking free from toxic cycles. Because your power was never lost. It was just waiting for you to take it back.